A few local organizations you can support are Victoria Native Friendship Centre, Indigenous Perspective Society, and Raven, respecting Aboriginal values and environmental needs.
And of special note right now, the Victoria Native Friendship Centre is doing an education program that they just launched at the beginning of the year. It's amazing. Highly recommend checking that out. And check out the internet there's a brand new website for Victoria Reconciliation. Also very worth checking out. I'm Sutton Ho, she, her, on the microphone. And we are going to get into some statements and roster announcements.
I am Critical Hitter, or you can call me Critter. My pronouns are she, her.
Visiting us from the Lower Mainland, the Greater Vancouver Roller Derby Association. Their B team is here tonight for a game for us. Please give them a warm welcome. They've got number 2, Slam Beasley, number 6, Otter Mayhem, number 100, Thrill House, number 111, Killabo Baggins, number 13, Team Exorcist, number 151, Nikki Fury, number 18, Butcher, number 9, Trash Panda, number 394, Harry Slaughter, number 415, Siren, number 437, Valerian Steel, number 528, Alada Java, number 555, Fiverr, number 69, Cleo Smactra, number 91, Green Envy, and number 926, Licha Adore. Friends, it's the Greater Vancouver Roller Derby Association.
We have our Eves of Destruction B team, number 02, Bazooka Langley, 09, Rowena Raven Brawl, 11, Margaret Smackwood, 115, Lightning Striker, 13, Slam It Janet, 235, Black Eyed Suze, number 32, Pussycat, number 4, Terminator, 419, Sam Squatch, your captain, number 65, Soda Press, number 59, Artemis Prime, number 61, Veronica D. Vile, number 611, Axel Crow, number 74, Dar the Star, and number 88, Daddy Strong Legs.
And we've got our first good hit of the game, friends. The teams are just gonna do their thing and get their heads in it as we get ready to blow our first whistle and get started. Thank y'all for coming out. It's so much more fun, Derby with friends. And thank you to Greater Vancouver for coming and visiting us. It's a lot more fun to have a tournament when other teams come. So. We do also want to give a shout out to the Influence booth over in Turn 3. They are doing skate maintenance at this tournament, like we are a real big deal tournament. It's so exciting, friends. So if you players or if you in the audience break your skates, you can also head over to the Influence booth. They will patch you up, give you some laces, whatever you need. So we are so thrilled to have them here. And now we're lining up. In a little bit, the jam timer is going to give us a rolling whistle. That'll mean that things are about to get underway. But as you can see, everyone's ready and excited. We are, of course, 5-on-5 on the track. It's not impossible to get a penalty before the game starts, but it's unwise, so very good to see everyone out there to begin. T-Rexorcist is jamming for Vancouver. Did you catch who the Eve skater is out there? And there's your rolling whistle, as mentioned. We are just about ready to go. And it's derby time! We've got some good aggressive jamming from the beginning. Good hits going both ways. And Smackwood, your lead. It looked like the Eves did a little bit of a better job setting up their tripod there. Oh, and great work by Smackwood. Coming around again. That'll get them 4 points. The first one, of course, was just them picking up lead jammer. And here's Lotta Java.
GVRD doing a great job evading the Eves.
Ooh, and a very good job holding that inside line there. Green Envy, shout out to you. Smackwood coming around to re-engage as we're stalled between corners 1 and 2. And Smackwood running this jam. It's very cool to see that kind of faith in your jammer. Smackwood calling that off before Vancouver can score anymore. So to get things started, we've got a home team lead, 8 points to 4.
The Eves of Destruction wish to thank all of the outstanding sponsors that fund the gameplay you enjoy. As we tell you more about them throughout the day, consider if you would like to keep us rolling along through 2023. Contact us at eodsponsorship@gmail.com.
And a big thank you to our junior skaters helping us all to know the score. Here we go again. Thankfully, we haven't had any penalties yet, so both teams are strong on their blockers out there in the pack. It's good to see Slamit pivoting for the Eves. You know that's going to be a strong tripod. And here on the outside, it's the Captain Soda. Oh, and a great hit there by Stryker. Stryker showing why they were on Team Canada. My goodness gracious. Way to hold that inside line. And here comes Soda. Oh, good hit by T-Rexorcist.
Quick footwork getting them turned around, though.
Yeah, it was a very nice drawback, but could have been worse. Here we go again, re-engaging. Soda, of course, being pointed to by their jam ref, which indicates that they're lead, so they can call it off. And that means they're getting points. That was great offensive work there, getting some help. And we've got our first star pass. Thrillhouse, now the jammer for Vancouver. And as Thrillhouse approaches, the jam is called off. A very nice little 7-0 jam for Victoria.
Salt chuck pies, don't be shy, say hello to a pie. Grab one on your way home along Bay Street or at their booth this evening.
The food of the gods. We're ready to go again. We got some very excited jammer time. Always nice to see some jammer line dancing. You come for the dancing, you stay for the derby. Vancouver doing a better job this time with their tripod. Looking a lot stronger. That's great anchoring there by Licha Ador.
Daddy Stronglegs really trying to push their way through.
Oh, and what a play there by Vile. Vile really showing us why we say that blockers score the points and jammers collect them, but that was a great bit of teamwork there by the two of them. Perfect timing. Prime absorbing the jammer for Vancouver, keeping things locked down, and really good cycle work there by the Eves to keep that tripod podding. Here comes Daddy, running into that very nicely anchored tripod for Vancouver, as of course the two blockers in the middle are bridging to make sure that there's still a pack. We all got to be close enough to each other to play some derby. And there you go. 4 points and a star pass for Vancouver.
Calling it off quickly before they can receive any points.
Nikki Fury getting to be the jammer of record for 5 seconds, which is always a nice little treat.
The Zone 91.3, proud sponsors of the EOD. The Zone is a radio station made for you by real people here in Victoria.
And we're about ready to go once again. Black-Eyed Sue's a former junior skater who came up through the program here, anchoring that strong tripod. And here we go again. Oh, great work off the line. Both those jammers getting right in the mix, though, eh? Oh, that'll be a back block, unfortunately. So Smackwood heading to the penalty box for that hit on Cleo Smacktra. We got us a power jam for Vancouver. Dar. Oh, phenomenal work. Raven and Dar doing the work out there. So we got us a jammer switch off. That power jam was short-lived indeed. And of course, that has implications for lead jammer. Both jammers back on the track. They, of course, served the same amount of time. No sense dragging it out. And they're both re-engaging. Very nice work there by Smackwood. Draws the pack out up at the front. And they just can't hold her with only one of them.
The pivot for GVRD.
Ho-ho! Smackwood is right. This does deserve some cheers. Really nice work there. Just blows through that defense. And here's Vancouver getting clear. Refs indicating that that is the initial pass for Valerian Steele. So now they're ready to score points. Smackwood making it look easy. A lovely bit of stepping to the outside there, managing to turn that momentum sideways. And a good hit there by Dar. Oh, and Zooks with the follow-up. Hammer and nail. That is good to see, friends. We've got a forearms penalty on our jammer, though, unfortunately. Smackwood heading to the box. Did you catch, was that a swimming forearms or a...
I believe it was a pretty good hit.
Gotcha. Well, if you're going to go to the penalty box, and that, of course, means that we have lost lead jammer, so Vancouver manages to pick up some points, gets themselves on the board for the first time in a couple jams.
That's going to leave the Eves of Destruction with their jammer in the penalty box, though, starting off GVRD with a power jam.
Exciting for us because it means we get more Smackwood, but a bit of a disadvantage.
Artsy eyewear for all ages, anything but ordinary.
So this, of course, means that we're starting with only one jammer out on the track as we get underway. That's T-Rexorcist. Rexorcist running into a strong wall up at the front, and the Eves are doing a great job of the pace. Lead is now earned. The Eves got a little bit strung out there. That was a really good hit by Vancouver to take Sam Squatch out. That, of course, meant that they couldn't keep pushing the pace forward. But that power jam has now ended. Both jammers engaging.
Smackwood being recycled back by number 100 from GVRD. That's going to be Thrill House.
Oh, a great fight up at the front. Rex doing a great job there. That was hard earned. And we've got jammer on jammer action.
That's a jammer race and a hit.
Getting hit as you call off the jam. It's, of course, the jam keeps going until the fourth whistle goes.
It's honestly adding insult to injury at that point.
And of course, there's always that tendency as you're calling off the jam to stand up a little, you know?
Yeah.
Take a little bit of a break, and boy howdy, good to see a hit there.
Special shout out to Spinnaker's Brew Pub. They've been making it local since 1984. You can find them on Catherine Street in Esquimalt or in our beer garden.
And good to see we've got no one in the penalty box. We got 5-on-5 derby for you. And some great offensive blocking there. Green Envy, you are my hero. You're doing good work out there. We got us a multiplayer penalty on Vancouver jammer. Goodness, you don't see that every day.
Yeah, big hit, though, to Daddy Stronglegs while that penalty was being called.
And that very same Daddy is out and lead. A little bit of penalty trouble here for Vancouver. So not only is it a power jam, they've only got 3 blockers out there to try to hold back Daddy. And that's going to be tough work for anyone. Great offensive blocks there, really opening up and keeping Vancouver from forming a tripod. And there's the inside line for Daddy. Oh, you love to see it. Offensive blocking is a tricky thing to do and a tricky thing to be able to pay attention to that many things at once. But Pussycat makes it look easy. My goodness. This is an absolute clinic. Both teams really, really showing their stuff. A good game to learn a lot about Derby from. As the Eves have gotten a little bit scrambly here between turns 1 and 2, but they reform. Pussycat doing a really good job to keep this from being the Eves of pack destruction with that lovely bridge.
Use.ca is celebrating their 20th anniversary, Canadian owned and operated.
We've got ourselves an official timeout. Possibly an official review being indicated? Nope, official timeout.
I believe that's a timeout, yes.
And everyone in the audience, you are, of course, invited to join our non-skating official in the official timeout dance. If you can get the timing right, you get bonus points. It's sort of like the YMCA for Derby.
He's a little off rhythm. Our amazing crew of dedicated officials is one of the biggest parts of Eve's destruction and one of our biggest assets. From our non-skating officials to our on-skates officials, they make it possible for us to enjoy this sport we love so much. You can speak to any of our officials or member of the Eves of Destruction to find out how you too could be part of this crew and make everything as awesome as we do today.
Here we go again. The officials having to clear up a little whoopsie-doodle. Oh-ho! Soda Pressed. Soda Pressed not being indicated lead. Lead had been won just a half second before they got out. Soda Pressed tries to call it off, but of course can't. Bounces off of a well-braced 2-wall, Baggins and Trash Panda, but with a little bit of help from their friends, they're around.
This is our first time tonight seeing number 528, a lot of Java on GVRD playing as a jammer, though.
And they got lead, and now they've lost lead. We've got a track cut. So we're going to be able to really steal some points. You don't often see a team scoring points when the other team has lead. So we've done some good work. The official timeout was for a skater who got 2. Soda definitely deserving those cheers. A big, clean hit. Goodness, we love to see that.
They are a natural crowd pleaser.
I'm a little disappointed. Like, I understand that the refs need to see the numbers and the color of the jersey, but the B outfit for the B team captain really did make my night.
If you weren't here for our warm-up, you really missed out.
A really nice, another lovely play there by Green Envy. Doing great work on the defense, but can't hold Soda forever. Soda is leading from the front this jam. It is beautiful to see. Java now through and has picked up some points as well. We're in the last few seconds of this jam. We'll see if anyone can snatch some from the clock. That entry into the pack nicely absorbed by Suze as Soda comes around. One last chance for Carnage. Dear me, but this is a fun one. We've now got a team timeout being called.
Soda racking up a clean 24 points in that last jam, though.
You don't often see a team scoring when the other team has lead, and you definitely don't often see a team scoring 24. And I definitely think there's been a little bit of lopsided penalties here so far.
I'll be perfectly honest, I really haven't paid attention to the penalties at this point.
It seems like Vancouver has taken 1 or 2 more than the East. And of course, it's hard to showcase your best version when you sit down.
It really is. It is a good game of Derby so far, though. We've got some very strong players on both teams really pushing against each other.
And it has been very enjoyably theatrical derby as well.
Very theatrical.
We love to see it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shout out to Bobby Flair. He's liaising with the officials tonight and getting us all the juiciest gossip, some of which we can even share with you on the microphone.
Just a friendly reminder, folks, at our back door there by our speaker, we've got our two 50/50 sellers, Violet Criminal and Bruised Clues. Give us a wave, guys.
Check out that bright pink jumpsuit. Easy to find and easy to look at. Here we go again. Vancouver one down. The Eves, everybody on the track. Always nice to see. And we've got some pretty good Jocelyn Jukin and diving through that straightaway. Oh, a very nice move there by Valerian Steele. That Vancouver tripod is looking strong this jam, eh?
Looking very strong. They've got a good tripod sitting up right now.
Smackwood recycled all the way into the penalty box. We've got a power jam Vancouver. Oh, but Slam It doing some very good work there.
Crow and Striker putting up a good fight against Valerian Steele, though.
Yeah, this is lovely defense. It is very impressive that the Eves have been able to hold it. And once again, nice bridging.
Really pushing the tripod apart, trying to break up the opposing teams.
And Vancouver doing a good job. We've seen in the power jams so far that the team defending is often trying to slow things down a little bit or speed them up.
Yeah, they really and truly are. They're trying to make things go at their pace and nobody else's.
So good job by Vancouver to, anchor at the back there and keep things nice and slow. Here we come again. It's always a little tough engaging from a standstill, but all of a sudden the bodies are flying. We're not standing still anymore. Oh, there's some feisty lateral movement there. They gained some positions, but good cycle game by the Eves,
Axel Crow attempting to come in for a good hit on Valerian Steele, but them managing to dodge very effectively.
That was some beautiful toe stop work by Valerian Steele. Shout out to you, so strong on those skates. It's okay, none of us saw. We're just going to hold on and make sure everyone's okay there.
Big thank you to St. John's Ambulance. They always come out to support us at these games. We couldn't do it without our medics.
They are truly hardcore fans. I don't think I've ever been to a game that they haven't been at.
Really? I haven't either. Hey, big round of applause.
Oh, that's good to see. Was that jam called for injury?
I believe when they came back out from the penalty box, they bonked their head on the concrete, and therefore we got to sit them out for a couple rounds. Getting a quick little check out, and hopefully they'll be back out on the track for us shortly.
But the camera's called on.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So now that we're all squared away, we're squaring off once again. I believe that's, it is indeed T-Rexorcist out for Vancouver. They've had some success here tonight. Great offensive block by the pivot for Victoria right out of the gate.
Daddy Stronglegs coming out for Ease of Destruction, though.
And lead jam Vancouver. Oh, a massive hit by Otter Mayhem. It was unfortunately in the wrong direction. You gotta go derby direction when you lay people out. Daddy gets through. That'll put some pressure onto Vancouver. And we do see the call-off.
Straight and narrow Pacific Coast cocktails. At the end of every adventure, the greatest reward is a refreshing beverage with friends, both old and new. Try one in our beer garden.
That was our classic 4-point hit it and quit it jam. We have seen a couple times that often the lead jammer will call it off once the other team has completed their initial pass, but we've seen it get run too. Is there a particular reason why you might not call it off right away?
Well, there could be a power jam, an instance where you just don't have another jammer on the field. It could be that they're stuck back in the
and
pack.
we got a powerful jammer, soda pressed, lead jam again, coming around in a lovely flowing stride, really keeping it moving. We've got a star stash from Fiverr, but not a pass. Soda pressed, doing their own offense, but in a back blocking fashion, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
They've been doing a very good job of sending bodies flying this evening, and I think that that's their first contact penalty. So that's very nice work. And a great kill here. Black Eyed Sue's really doing some numbers, really holding people back. And the Eves have managed to incorporate GVRD into the pack, so they're not able to control the speed they were in the last power jam. Prime and Suze, anchored by Dar, are really shutting this down. This is putting the kill in penalty kill. Just a heartbreaker. Very impressive, that strength from the tripod.
Excellent strength. You'll see they're still rolling, though. One of the main reasons for that is if Dar the Star was to keep them staying perfectly still, they would get a penalty as well.
And suddenly we're getting a few penalties now that Soda's back out of the box. A lovely takedown there. Just so strong on those skates. Going for the outside, going for the inside, getting slowed down but not stopped. It's so wonderful to see so many different styles of jamming, and boy howdy is Soda strong. Looks like we've got some friendly fire there for Vancouver, getting a little mixed up. And here comes Soda again, picking up those points in style. And we love to see that little tip of the cap.
Calling it off with his quick 8 points, 0 for Greater Vancouver. That's 68 for EOD and 42 for Greater Vancouver. My apologies, they received 4 points that jam.
So a couple points stolen there.
Big thanks to Hotel Zed for hosting all of our friends coming in from out of town this weekend.
And here we go again. Valerian Steele for Vancouver. But Lightning Striker hasn't jammed a ton so far.
They don't typically jam a lot for the Eves of Destruction. They're an extremely effective blocker, but you will see, watching them play, they are a very good jammer as well.
And that was both wonderful track awareness to keep Vancouver from stealing any points at the end of that jam, as well as some strong skating.
You could say that they're a very electric player.
Hey, you can and you should. Oh, what a beautiful sight, friends. We've got an empty penalty box. Let's give it up for not penalties. Here we go again. Now, a lot of these have been pretty feisty starts.
They seem to be.
Ooh, bit of a high hit there, but luckily everyone's okay. Daddy through, but not lead. That goes to Slam.
That's going to be a jammer race. Let's see if Daddy Stronglegs can catch up to number 02.
And
Slam
Vancouver
easily.
picking up the pace as well. They're down one on the track, so we'll see if Daddy can take advantage of that. And the call-off is unsuccessful. The Eves steal 2. Very nice work, Daddy. Or is that even 3? It's 4. Despite not being lead, a 2-point advantage for the home team, friends. Got those officiating hand signals wrong, but, you know, whoever really pays attention to the officials. So here we go again. Oh, and lead right off the bat for Vancouver. Java's been having some success.
5:28, a lot of Java for GRVD has been doing a great job getting ahead of the pack very, very quickly. This is also their 3rd game today that they've played in, and the fact that they have this much stamina still is incredible.
And that call-off was in time to seal the deal. It has been seeming, though, that when Vancouver gets lead, the Eves have been through the pack pretty tight to limit that scoring.
Yeah, we'll have to keep a close eye on that and see how everything is going. But it looks like we've got an official review coming up right now.
That slightly altered hand signal dance from the officials there means that one team is asking the refs if maybe they'd like to reconsider. We have our lovely little friend out in the infield who's going to get all of the hot goss of what's going on there.
The Victoria Sexual Assault Centre is a feminist organization committing to ending sexualized violence through healing, education, and prevention. They are dedicated to supporting women and all trans survivors of sexual assault and childhood sexual abuse through advocacy, counseling, and empowerment. You can visit the booth at our front doors for more information.
So while we wait for that little zebra huddle to come to a conclusion, we're sitting here at 72-46. The home team is leading, which is always just a little bit of fun. And so far, this feels like it's been a pretty clean game. We've certainly seen our share of whistles from the refs, but we haven't really seen any big cascades. So that official review, White was requesting a back-blocking penalty on the Eves jammer. They were a little bit of discussion about who initiated that one. The refs who had that close-up view, though.
I think placement and movement were the biggest conversations they had there, but ultimately they were not awarded the penalty.
And so Vancouver will, of course, not retain their official review. Just like that, Lightning Striker out for lead. Such strength there on those skates. And Sam Squatch anchoring a really strong defensive tripod there. Artemis Prime trying to be the last line of defense, but there's Valerian Steele spicing things up. We'll see now if Stryker can put that pack awareness to good use and pick up some points. Oh, an apex jump. Now that is calling it off in style. Oh, you love to see it, friends. We are getting a treat of a show tonight. And Stryker being praised by the benching staff for what was truly a lovely call-off.
It was a very good call-off. Very quick, very effective. The officials caught it really quickly as well.
It's not always easy to be paying attention to the path that you're going to take through the pack and where the other jammer is. We're underway again. Daddy going for the outside line, getting a little bit of help, but not quite lead. Both jammers made pretty short work of that pack.
Little bit of a jammer race happening right now.
We'll see if we'll see some jammer on jammer crimes, but no, Daddy gets out into the lead and Slam is forced to call it. So that was almost defensive jamming, you might say.
It was defensive jamming. Fun fact, folks, if you're looking at the wristbands of those two officials with their arms up in the air, that's how you know who's going to be lead. The purple wristband goes with the purple team, the Ease of Destruction. The white wristband goes with the white team, Greater Vancouver. That's how you know you've got lead or not.
And you can always watch out if you forget who got lead. One of those refs will be pointing at their jammer who has lead. If, like me, you have the memory of a goldfish. Here we go again. We've got Rex against Soda. Soda, a lovely hit to the outside and picks up lead. We love to see it. A little bit of a star stash there by Rex.
Soda has managed to effectively win all of the jams they've done so far.
Oh, what a night Soda is having. So they're picking up points as we've got a bit of a fracas in the pack there. A penalty being called, though no one has figured out which one of them is supposed to leave. And we've got a star pass. So that pivot becoming the jammer now. Looks like that was against Prime. And a very nice call off there for Soda. So Prime's going to start that one in the box. And an 8-0 jam Like I say, it really feels like our captain is leading from the front on this one.
They really seem to be doing a good job bringing their team forward. They're really elevating them and helping them kind of play almost a better game.
There's our 5 seconds to derby warning as the Eves tripod just kind of sidles their way back there so we can all get cozy. We've been seeing a lot of slow starts that have had a lot of heavy contact. And Striker out just barely ahead of Java. So lead for the Eves. The Eves do occupy the back of the pack. And so they elect to run it. Oh, both jammers going for big movement to try to pick up fast points. Vancouver with the steal. Very nice work by Java. That was a lovely apex jump. Not just stealing some points, but doing it in style.
Doing it in a lot of style.
A lot of style and a lot of Java. Both teams down 1. Prime standing, which means not much time left on that penalty. Here we go again. Valerian steal being worked on by a tripod centered around Dar. And there we have it. Daddy Strong Legs. And we've got penalties to both teams for a bit of a scuffle there. Vancouver down to only 2 blockers. You're just not going to hold Daddy with 2 blockers.
Yep.
Here comes Valerian steal now, and some really nice offensive work from Vancouver to try to open things up for her. Thrash Panda really making things tough on the defenders. Great job by the Eves to really hold that back. Oh, wonderful work being done by Daddy. And wonderful work by the pack. A cut being signaled. And there's some confusion about who is getting that cut. It does not look like it's Vancouver Jammer, so she hangs out and keeps going. Both teams 5 on 5. And Vancouver getting strung out. There, Daddy makes them pay for it. Lovely work on the outside. And a lovely hit by Raven. Oh, that was like you dream of.
A good hit and a drawback, insult to injury.
It's always tough when someone can be both very powerful and very track aware. That is an exciting person to have on your team. And the Eves not quite having to form up a tripod because Raven, so strong.
That is 14 total points from Daddy Stronglegs. That brings us up to 101 points for the Eves of Destruction, 8 points for Greater Vancouver, which brings them up to 58.
We've cracked a century mark, so cheers, friends, if you are playing along with our toasting game. Black Eyed Sue's starting in the box, which is a shame, but is exciting because we'll get to see Black Eyed Sue's in this jam. Oh, really strong jamming there from Soda. Just making life hard for those defenders. But Rex through first once again. They have been doing really well with the lead jams.
They've been doing very, very well with their jamming. This is the first time, though, that Soda Press has lost their jam, being beaten by T-Rex.
Yeah, that's quite the streak to end. So really nice work there from Rexorcist. Oh, and that was lovely work on the inside as well.
Calling the jam off very quickly before Soda could come in to steal some points.
Soda steals 1, but that jam goes to Vancouver on strong jamming and good track awareness.
Lightning Striker back out as jammer, number 115.
They, of course, will be opposed by Java once again. And we've got an empty penalty box. So once again, it hasn't been a squeaky clean game, but it's been relatively straightforward, which is nice to see. Oh, really strong.
Lightning Striker has consistently gotten lead in every single one of their jams, following through with their lovely little series.
And you can tell why when you see the way they blow through blockers. Oh, Java doing great work. Gonna pick up a low block, though. That's always the tricky thing about an apex jump.
Striker attempting to call.
But unfortunately was not the lead jammer and so could not call it. Java missing the penalty box there. having to take another attempt at it. There we go. Lightning getting points. One of the risky things about an apex jump is that it leaves you with a lot of momentum, and I think that might be what tripped him up there.
Yeah, it appears to have been.
The jam now being called off by Lightning Striker. We've only got 1.5 minutes left in this second half, and it definitely feels like these teams have felt each other out and are really into the slugging now.
They're really trying to play to each other's strengths and weaknesses at this point, seeing what they can take advantage of and what they can push the other team to do.
And I think we're past the point in the game where you can get by on sheer enthusiasm. We do now have an official timeout.
Official timeout.
So Pushy going back to the line. Was always one of the scariest things about being the official, indicating the official timeout, is you're always worried that when you whistle that we're not quite ready, everyone will get too excited and run you over.
That is the fear. Big thank you to Roller Skate Victoria for sponsoring our athletes. We've got discounts on their open skates and roller discos. For info on these events and roller dance lessons, you can visit them on Facebook and on Instagram.
Now, there were definitely a few penalties in that jam, and there was some confusion at times about who they were against. So I reckon that might be what the refs are having a chat about.
Most likely is what they're having a discussion about at this moment. So the refs are just making sure that the lead jammer was accurate for that jam. A little bit of confusion there about who was able to call it off. Oh, but we got a false start there. So 1-8 has to yield position. Poor Butcher. Pushy, really being pushy. Oh, amazing to get by. So strong on those skates to push the defensive blockers out of your way. Whether it's a hip check or somewhere else on the body, Pushy's really going to get you out of her way if she needs to.
Oh, and what offensive work there by Black Eyed Suze. Everything is nicer with a little help from your friends. The pack is now well slowed down, so things had to stop as the Eves Jammer got way out in front. So we've got ourselves a lovely little 4-0 standard derby jam. Couple in the box for Vancouver to start this one, including Java, who has the jammer panty in her hand, so we'll put it on once that penalty ends. Standing, of course, means that you're just about good to go, though.
That is going to be our intermission, folks.
Thank you so much for joining us. This has been an exciting first half. We're excited to see you in about 15 minutes, but make sure you find the 50/50 sellers, check out all of the lovely vendors, and catch up with old friends this halftime. It's been a pleasure.
Additional friendly reminder, our 50/50 is going to be Violet Criminal and Bruce Clues. They're walking along that back wall just there across from us. If you're looking for the pink jumpsuit and the beautiful long braid.
How's it feeling? Gotcha. Yeah, I did as well. It did, eh? Yeah. Welcome back, friends. Hope you had a refreshing halftime. Got some grub, hit the head, and are raring to go for our second half, because I actually am.
Hope you picked up a donut, got something from Spinnaker's or Straight and Narrow. We've also got a taco truck outside.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. We've got...
I will say that's a good thing about Derby. It's kind of one of the only places where you can get really cool food and beverages at a sporting event.
And I love myself a stadium hot dog and hockey beer, but
yeah.
You know.
There's something about a good beverage and an Empire donut that I can just get behind.
All the officials just getting into place. That was a very interesting first half that we had with some monster blocks.
Oh, yeah. Very excited to see what this second half is going to bring for us.
There was definitely a bit of a lopsided penalty total. Vancouver picking up about 16 and Victoria around 9. Here we go, lead jam right off the bat. Soto was out on lead before I had even really figured out what was happening. Java being held up, but managing to break through. Java is having a really strong game. Terminator looking to chase, but things get away. Nice little hit there, and Victoria doing a good job to reform. Vancouver in some penalty trouble already, 2 in the box.
So those skaters you see in red coming around showing you our scores are the very own Rotten Apples Junior Roller Derby skaters. The Rotten Apples welcome all skaters from the ages of 10 to 17, regardless of experience. We work with every level of skater to fulfill their roller derby needs, and you can get more info from any EOD member or contact us through the easeofdestructionrollerderby.com.
And just like that, a former junior skater, Lightning Striker, is out in lead. So that junior program, those kids go places, my friends. Here we go. Everybody's back on the track, which is nice. A great hit out there by Prime. While Lightning Striker shrugs off a similar hit. That hit does send Prime to the penalty box, though. Both jammers out. Oh! We got some jammer on jammer carnage. That was a very strong hit there from Striker. Striker does have lead now, as both those jammers wind their way into the pack. Oh, what a move!
As a person who's played against Striker before, that is not a hit you want to take.
Goodness gracious, just floating by on the outside. Vancouver now through as well. Java picking up 4 points, as the Eves have now lost 2 to the penalty box. So this is kind of the first penalty trouble they've been in this game.
I believe it is, yes, but we've got one coming out right now, number 5'9", Artemis Prime.
Oh! Apex jump!
Beautiful apex jump from Lightning Striker. If you're wondering what the big cheer was, you're going to want to watch them jump over the humps of those skating track.
Who needs offensive blockers when you can fly? Lightning Striker calling it off now. That was a tour de force of a jam. But very nice work as well from Java. It's been tough going for those Vancouver jammers. Honestly, both packs have been strong and physical. It's got to be tiring.
Remember that 50-50 we were talking about? They're coming around next to us here over by the announcer's table. It's still Violet Criminal. It's still Bruce Clues. They'll take very good care of you, and they'll take your money very nicely.
Here we go again. We've got Daddy being held up, but a little bit of penalty confusion there, but everyone's A-okay. Slam! We got lead jam for Vancouver. And it sounds like maybe 1 or 2 people made the trip over from Vancouver.
I think quite a few people made the trip over from Vancouver.
It is lovely to have you all. We were having a nice chat at the halftime with some Vancouver fans, and we want to give a bit of a shout out from them and from us to both Kilbo Baggins and Nikki Fury, playing in what sounds like is their first ever game.
Yeah, some of their earliest games.
That is always exciting. Your first game, oftentimes it's a little messy and you're a little confused and just trying to make sure you're in the right spot.
It is the scariest thing you've ever done.
But you never do quite forget your first time, so.
Especially in a crowd of this many people.
Oh, here we go again. A penalty sends one Vancouver skater to the box. Valerian Steele just juking and jiving. Oh, lead jam. Oh, but we got a cut. Lead jam now Victoria's. This has been topsy-turvy. Soda does not have a cut. Soda has a power jam. Here we go. The Eves, of course, setting up in the back there. Veteran play by the pivot slammer. Whoa! Oh, some great outside line work. A little bit of a hit.
Very quick recovery, though. They got up very fast.
That was very strong skating to take that hit and not go out. That is, of course, what let Soda pop back up and not have to recycle. Soda coming for the outside. Thrill House, a nice hit and a very good drawback. That forces the call off. As the Vancouver Jammer was coming out of the penalty box there, so. Our score, Vancouver 70, Eves 142. It has been a physical game out there, friends.
Extremely physical game. They're really not holding back on any of their hits against each other.
And we're definitely seeing Jammers coming into the pack hot and not taking penalties.
They are coming in hard.
That's some high-level gameplay right there. Valerian steal through as a clockwise block sends a Vancouver blocker to the box. Oh, lightning striker. Catches them napping on the outside line. Really building speed through those turns. It's always good to see smiling faces on the Jammer line. Looks like a little bit of love between Slam Beasley and Daddy Stronglegs.
Cloverdale Paint are the suppliers of the Eves of Destruction track tape and all of your interior and exterior paint needs.
So one in the box for Vancouver to start this one. It's going to be pretty even out there. Ooh, a nice little leadoff hit by Zooks. Oh, there it is. Lead Jammer, Daddy Stronglegs. And they are coming around fast. Absolutely cooking, friends. A nice hit there by Dar to try to interrupt that star pass. But Green Envy, who has been on fire as a blocker, now shows they can do it all. Shrugging off a hit from Dar is no mean feat.
It is no small feat.
Lined up again, Soda is facing off against Java. This is a matchup that we've seen, and it has gone both ways.
It's gone both ways. It's gone both ways a couple times.
The Eves have been putting together some very punishing and very tiring defense. And Java has done a great job of keeping the pep in the step.
Really getting herself into the middle of the EOD team and really trying to force her way through, break up that pack and try and get everything separated out.
If the blockers are going to tire you out, why not tire them out right back?
Exactly.
Lead for Vancouver. We've got a little bit of a foot race here. It looks like Soda has a glint in their eye. Coming right up on Java. Great hit by Prime. Oh.
Calling it off, but Soda did manage to get some points there.
Holding that inside line. There's a reason Raven just gave Prime a high five. That was good work.
That was very good work.
Rex back out there for Vancouver. Another Jammer that has managed to get some leads.
Managed to get some good leads, too, especially against Soda. Soda's one of the strongest Jammers we've had out. And they managed to get ahead of them.
I feel like the only real reason that Rex hasn't picked up as many points as otherwise might have has been that the EOD Jammers have been coming out pretty close. And there's not a ton you can do about that as a Jammer. Rex does a good job. Lead jam after stringing out that defense. Really good defense here from Vancouver. That's one of the strongest tripods that they have managed to field. And holding back Pushy. Oh, a little bit of some rumble tumbles there lets Pushy through, but goodness gracious, she had to work for that.
Dar and Zooks really making Rex Assist work for that.
And when all the dust is settled, Vancouver walks away with a 4-0 jam. The score, Vancouver 74 to Victoria 151, but goodness gracious, both teams are still in this.
Roller Derby Canada, for your safety and ours, they insure all of our skaters you see on the track.
One in the box for Victoria, standing, so soon to leave. As we get back underway. Oh, lead jam, Vancouver, very quick for slam.
That Slam Beasley coming right out ahead, making very quick work getting through the pack there.
Raven heading to the penalty box as Slam reapproaches. Everyone got a little bit too far away from each other, so Lightning Striker, for the eves of pack destruction, is heading to the penalty box. Daddy coming around and forcing that call off. That was a feisty one. We're getting an exciting matchup here. Soda squaring off against Java again. The battle of the beverages has been paying dividends this evening.
It really is the battle of the beverages, almost like we have straight and narrow and spinnakers here. Battle of the beverages at this arena as well.
Oh, here we go. A little bit of a full penalty box. But Soda, oh, who needs offensive blocking when you're as strong as Soda? Great hit to the outside, but Java, a really nice job to roll it off. Soda, once again, pushing through. Great work to find that outside line. You can really build momentum there. As Striker's out of the penalty box and right into the action, squaring us against Java. Oh, fancy footwork for Vancouver. Java is having a great jam. Soda calling it off, going to get that 4-point advantage, but that was a good one. Pushy coming out again. We didn't see a whole lot of Pushy in the first half jamming. We now have a timeout being called by Vancouver. In roller derby, you get 3 timeouts a game. It can sometimes be helpful to hang on to them for the end of the game, though, right?
It can be really helpful, especially if you're running out of steam or see something that happens to be happening out on the track that you need to take advantage of in that moment. But it's excellent if you are, in fact, getting tired and your team needs a quick breather.
And my apologies, I thought that was a Vancouver timeout. It's the Eves. They switched benches at halftime just to confuse me. So both teams are still going to have 2 of their timeouts. And remember, if there's less than 30 seconds on the game clock, a new jam will not start unless you call a timeout. So always good to have one in your back pocket.
Another fun thing that's happening this evening, so far we've got 4 penalties for each this period for both teams. It's equal right now.
And that is lovely to see. So good job to both teams. They both kind of cleaned it up.
They're keeping it low, and they're doing a good job making sure that they don't get any more penalties.
Because the thing is, it has not been less physical.
It has not.
It's impressive to see discipline increase in the second half. That's not always how that goes.
It tends to get a little bit more flaily, a little bit more limmy as the jams go on.
Oh, limmy, that is evocative. Here comes Valerian on the inside. Ooh, a good little tap there by Dar. Dar has been a tough one to get past and draws a cut. Power jam Eves. Pushy being held back, really strong blocking there. Fury, of course, is going to get a direction of gameplay for that. But, hey, man, it did the trick.
It did the job.
Sometimes it's worth hanging out for 30 seconds to give your team a little bit of space to regroup.
Sometimes you just need those extra few moments to get through.
And this is phenomenal blocking from Rex. Not only has Rex been jamming, they are out there absolutely shutting down this power jam. Lead's been called, so now Victoria is through, ready to score some points, as Vancouver's still, of course, on that initial pass.
Valerian still returning from the penalty box, though. They still have to make their way through the pack to be able to start scoring points. Pushy coming back around now to start scoring points for the Eves.
Oh, a good hit there. Dar is making the jammers pay this jam. Never someone you can get past casually.
Really making the jammer work for their points.
Vancouver's still struggling with that initial Dar once again. The strength on those toe stops to keep from going out yourself means that the jammer has to go back and go around you.
Dar is not only Dar the Star, they're also Dar very good at making the jam hard.
Yeah, Dar's not necessarily someone you want to see when you're wearing the star.
No.
Prime going to be sitting in the penalty box as we got this next jam ready to go. Vancouver sitting on 82 as the Eves of Destruction are on 166. Here we go. We've got Slam Beasley out there. Having some trouble, but almost finds the inside line before Black Eyed Suze shuts it down. Now we've got offense. Always fun to see from the captain, no less. Speaking of leading from the front. Thrillhouse doing some good work. But goodness, Black Eyed Suze is hard to get past. The Eves are getting dragged out here, but
Suze and 611 Axel Crow really making number 02 Slam work for their points.
oh, this is a clinic. Suze is just very hard to get past. Is going to take an out-of-play penalty.
Unfortunately.
When the jammer gets a whistled lead jam, if there's someone still in front of them, that means that person is out of play. And so if they do any more work to hold up that jammer, they are unfortunately headed to the penalty box.
Yep.
But 30 seconds of break after 30 seconds of shutting down a jammer, that's not a bad day's work.
Yeah, I think you deserve it.
Daddy coming around now, putting some pressure on Vancouver, and forces the call off. So Vancouver, another one jam. They are having a strong comeback in the second half.
They're doing a very good job trying to crawl their way back up from where they're at right now.
And a 4-0 jam, that is textbook stuff. That is the thing that tournament-winning teams are built on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been quite impressive, given that both of these teams are B teams, seeing how coordinated the blocking has been.
The team's blocking has been very well executed. These teams, you can tell, have really worked together for quite some time to actually get themselves in shape for this tournament.
Oh, the battle of the beverages goes to soda this jam, as we are hemorrhaging blockers to the penalty box. Looks like Vancouver has so many penalties there isn't room. And oh boy, you're not going to hold soda with just one. Oh, they're getting to have some fun out there.
We've got 151 back from the penalty box from GRV. Not enough to hold back Soda, though, unfortunately.
A huge pass to the inside. Blink and you miss it. If you give Soda any room, they're gone just like that. And once again, oh, a good hit, but they shrug it off.
Continue making their way around, racking up points for Eves.
Lecha making their presence known, but now being sent off. Oh, we've got some rough and tumbles. But Soda picking up the points in the carnage. It's been a tough jam for Java. This is a strong blocking side for the Eves. Oh, and while everyone is paying attention to the Eves defense, it's the Eves offense. These are big blocks that Soda is skating right through. Finding the outside line there, more points. Soda putting on a clinic. And there is some strong jostling going on between those blockers. Oh, Black Eyed Suze with an assist there.
Yes. They are really making a lot of Java work to get through the pack right now.
And it feels like there's been just a little bit more pack awareness from the Eves pack.
There really has been. It's interesting to see, though, how much GRVD is really showing up against this team, though.
So that was a huge jam. 32 whopping points for Soda.
Breaking their record from earlier in the game, the 24 that they got before.
And 32, that's beginning to get in the realm of record territory.
Yeah. Those 4 points, though, that GRVD got were nothing to laugh at, though. The EOD was really putting up a fight up against a lot of Java there.
We now have a timeout for Team Vancouver. I think that's a pretty fair time to call a timeout. That was the rough one.
Absolutely. That was a hard jam.
And we were seeing in that jam, you know, a lot of the time you see the blockers focusing on the jammers. In that one, it felt like they were focusing on each other.
They really were. It was quite interesting seeing how much they were focused on breaking each other apart rather than helping get their jammer actually through the pack.
It almost feels like that worked a little bit in the Eves' favor.
It really did, but unfortunately GRVD also had quite a few penalties in that jam, and so they were definitely at a disadvantage when going up against the Eves.
And penalties are a tricky thing. Penalties can sometimes attract penalties, because once you're shorthanded, you get a little desperate.
You really do.
The last few jams, it does seem like the penalty box has been a little busy.
It's been a little populated, certainly. I hope that having this bit of a break will get everybody to kind of rein their game in a little bit more and play a little more clean.
Yeah, we had a very nice clean first half, and this one started off clean. It'll be interesting to see how that develops, because these skaters are not going to get less tired, I don't think.
No, I do not think so.
Oh, a big start there for Lightning Striker. Goes straight through the Vancouver defense, knocking over Trash Panda. And we've got a power jam Eves. Lightning Striker pushing on Pushy and then absolutely blowing through the defense. Lightning Striker hasn't been doing adult derby for as long as some people on the track, but their experience is sure there.
It
finding
really
the outside
shows.
line.
You can really tell that Striker's been playing this game for quite some time.
The rise of junior derby has been so exciting to watch and so good for this sport. We are getting talent that before junior derby existed we didn't see.
There's been a massive influx in players, especially for the Eves of Destruction. We have a lot of people coming through wanting to either play the game or official for us.
Now, good heads-up play by the Eves there. There was a star stash. You can't score any points without the helmet cover on, but you can take it off on your initial if you don't want people to know you're coming.
Yep.
But a good read by the Eves. A nice call-off forced there by T-Rexorcist. It was a battle to get through, but a battle that was worth it. It does feel like there's always smiles on the jammer line when Daddy's out there.
I mean, that's the thing, is that Daddy is just naturally very charismatic out on the track.
A ray of sunshine.
They really make friends with everybody they meet. They bring a smile to everybody out there playing with, even if you're playing against them.
Both jammers going for the outside line there. The Eves doing a good job to hastily shut that down. But in the scramble, Thrill House, lead jam Vancouver. Oh, but Daddy coming around and, a huge apex jump and a call-off. Very nice work for Vancouver. Thrill House catching those points in style, and even more impressively, carrying that momentum straight into a legal block.
Yeah, they did a very good job.
It is not everyone who can knock down Black Eyed Sues.
We do have an official review happening, though, so let's see what comes out of it.
Shout out once again to Bobby Flair, our mole. We brought him some chocolate bars before the game, so now he tells us everything that the officials are saying about us.
Yep. We get all the secrets of the game from Flair.
And we do have an empty penalty box. Hopefully that was, penalties attracting penalties, and now we'll get back to some clean play.
Yeah, that's the hope.
It's been a tough game, and there's still 11 minutes left. At what point in the game do you find that fatigue tends to become a factor?
I've found personally in the last 10 minutes or so, you start to get quite exhausted near the end of the game. You've been playing for about 40 minutes at that point, and you're just done.
So the hot goss on that one, the Eves were just asking for the refs to take one more look at the hit coming after that beautiful flying apex jump. It's always tough when you have that much momentum going into a hit to make sure it's clean. But the refs did find that it was hip-to-hip contact.
That's legal.
So sometimes it's just nice to watch a good, clean hit. Faf taking it in stride, the coach for the Eves. The Eves, of course, will not get another chance to have an official review this half. But as we were talking about, we're really getting into conditioning territory now. Now, the people who have stayed late to do extra laps, like Soda, are really going to be able to make that show. Oh, and a hard-working jammer in Slam. Soda going for that outside line. Oh, the battle of the beverages continues even when Java is not jamming. That was a lovely hit to the outside. It's not easy to hold Soda back.
It really isn't, unfortunately. They are quite a quick-footed player.
I mean, we're all characters in this stage that is life.
I suppose a derby name does make you a character.
That's true, actually. They are pretty fun.
Yeah, it's good.
So 1 in the box for Vancouver. We're underway again. And we've got another really pushy start. Oh, but the inside line was left open, and Thrillhouse snaps it up. Pushy after that pushy start comes through as well. So once again, the Eves doing a really good job to limit the damage.
Thrillhouse hasn't come out and jammed a lot for GVRD, but they have consistently won every single one that they've jammed.
And they were going toe-to-toe with Dar the Star and Artemis Prime there, and more than holding their own.
They really did hold their own there.
A 2-3 jam, so the Eves do manage to steal a couple points, but advantage still to Vancouver.
Yes, very much so.
So we're getting Rex up against Daddy. Both of them have been having success tonight. And 1 in the box for Vancouver means we're pretty evenly matched out there. And it is hard work. Oh, there's Daddy. A lateral move to find the inside.
T-Rex Terminator really getting put up against by Lightning Striker there.
Yeah, that was all raw power that got Rex through on that pass. And that's going to limit the damage that the Eves can do.
It really is.
Oh. As both packs reform, that one's called off. And it looks like some points stolen there by Rex. So a successful jam for Vancouver, managing to nullify a couple of those points for the Eves.
Yep. 98 for Greater Vancouver. That brings us to 223 for the Eves of Destruction.
Well, we've got strong blockers out there for the Eves. 1 in the box for both teams. 3-on-3 in the pack, but that's more than enough to form a good tripod.
This is the 12th time Soda has jammed in this game so far. They've only lost lead twice.
That is a hard night's work.
Yep, one of them having been to T-Rex Terminate?
I believe that that's correct, yeah.
I believe that's correct. And the other one to a lot of Java.
And one of the things that you can really tell when they're out there is that those blockers are having to work really hard.
Oh, they're having to work very hard to keep those players back and get Soda through.
When Soda's been out there, everybody looks a little gassed going to the bench. And now we're underway. Those whistles, they'll catch ya. Once again, Zook's putting a good hit. We're just getting really feisty Derby right out of the gate.
Soda Press can be an absolutely exhausting person to go up against, especially with how fast their feet move. You watch them fly themselves around the track.
I mean, I'm exhausted just watching Soda work that hard.
Oh, yeah.
1 to the box for the Eves. There's not a whole lot of pack out there, but between them, Slamit Janet and Artemis Prime have put in a lot of years. Those are some veteran players. If you're only going to have 2 out there,
may as well have it be those 2.
Vancouver gets through, completing that initial, but Soda is in control of this one. The penalty box is emptied out entirely now. And that one is called off. Ooh, a very nice call off. No point stolen by Vancouver. Both a nice call off and some really good defense at the end there. And we've got Black Eyed Sue's on the line. Is that the first jam for Black Eyed Sue's tonight?
I believe this is the first jam for Black Eyed Sue's this afternoon.
And we've seen our junior jammers do some work. They're up against Valerian Steele, both of whom have been pretty punchy tonight. Here we go again. And oh, these are indeed strong jammers. Oh! It was a great bit of work by Green Envy trying to slam that door, but just a moment too late. We've got us a power jam. A little bit of signaling there to Black Eyed Sue's, telling her skaters, let's get moving. Oh, and it's feisty. Really nice work there by Thrill House. That was a great hit on a strong jammer and a very good drawback. You're not allowed to gain possession while you're out, which means that if someone hits you out and then skates backwards, you got to go all that way back with them. There's those 4 points. The jam ends, and Valerian Steel frozen in the penalty box. That power start for the Eves, it's not going to be a game changer. It's not unbeatable, but it can give you just a little bit of an extra couple of strides, you know?
It really can. One thing that's quite interesting about this game, too, is we've had a lot of jammer penalties happening. Not a lot on the blockers this afternoon.
And embarrassing as it is to say, especially for the Eves.
Yeah, both have been kind of in each other's favors, but the Eves have really been taking advantage of it.
Oh, Daddy is using those strong legs, just bowling people over like 9 pins. Valerian bouncing up and down and laying out some good hits as well. Oh, that was a strong move on those toe stops. A very good bit of work. And that bit of work by Valerian forces the call off. We've got about 5 minutes left in this game. Vancouver is about to crack that century mark. They'd need just 2 more points. Meanwhile, Victoria sitting on 231. And we've got an empty penalty box. It's not that the penalties have died out completely, but...
I find that they're not getting frozen in the penalty boxes often anymore. They're really playing strategically to get their players out now.
And the level of play really hasn't diminished. We're into that conditioning time. This really is a tribute to how hard these people have worked on days that were not today. We've got a lead jam for Vancouver, and a great hit, downing soda pressed. Great work there by Lisha Adore, who has been great all night, let's be real. Strong blocking on Nikki Fury. We haven't seen Nikki Fury on the line a whole lot, but lead jam in your first game, that is one to remember.
We really haven't, but they're doing a great job with lead jammer.
Oh, and they're through again.
Quite
Very
the cheering
nice work.
section in the back corner there.
And a perfect call off. That was veteran roller derby from Nikki Fury, allegedly out there for their first time, but not looking like it.
Doesn't seem like it's their first time out on the track at all.
So we get those scores straightened out. That is a clean win for Vancouver, and it takes them across the century mark. And another jam starts with 5-on-5 on the track. Oh, Lightning Striker. Huge hits. 1 and then 2.
Not even just hits from Striker. People trying to hit Striker and them staying upright and getting them down.
Friends, Lightning has struck twice on the straightaway between turns 4 and 1. Don't see that every day.
Nope.
Oh, and Junior Skater helps Junior Skater. Black Eyed Sue's makes a little bit of a hole for Lightning.
Yep.
And you don't need much.
And we've got a power jam for the Eves of Destruction currently with Thrill House in the penalty box.
The Eves now hanging out at the back, but they're not content to slow down this jam. They're getting right in there. Sometimes teams will just hang out because the other team is going to get strung out. But it's extra fun to mix it up and throw some hits. Oh, good work, but runs into an absolute wall. Green Envy has been having a tour de force of a night.
Number 9-1 getting Striker down onto the ground, forcing them to call off the jam.
Yeah, that's one you can be proud of right there. I myself am green with envy, you might say.
Oh, no.
We're winding down. We're in our last couple minutes. Once again, we had a couple penalties that jam, but a clean start. So
a clean start.
Oh, I stand corrected. Black Eyed Sue's is standing in the penalty box. So a clean 5 seconds after the start. And Daddy is lead.
Daddy is out. T-Rexorcist making their way around as the jammer for GVRD.
Pop that helmet cover off because that gives you some options. Doesn't end up using the star pass, but it's enough to get through.
It's enough to distract just a little bit and not know which person you should be blocking.
And they've been really on top of that.
They've
been using star stashes to their advantage.
Very much so.
So shout out to you, T-Rexorcist. That is a wily veteran move right there.
We've still got 50-50 going around with Violet Criminal and Bruce Clues. Again, they are nearby us. That cute little pink jumpsuit and the lovely little Bruce right behind them.
We've got a official timeout heading into what looks to be the last jam. Unless this one is very fast and someone uses a timeout, this might be your last chance to show some love to these skaters. I believe we have a foul out, unfortunately. So Java, who has really done good work tonight. I mean, those haven't been dirty penalties. Those penalties have been the result of hard work. So we're sorry to see you go, Java. A rolling whistle means 5 seconds until what looks to be the last jam here. Here we go. Who is going to take that lead jam for the last time? End on a high note. Oh, there it is. It is Soda. Big hit. Slam it, Janet. Slam, slam. Soda is absolutely correct. Let's hear it, friends. Oh, juking and jiving. This is going right down to it. Neither of these teams has given up even as the clock runs down. More points for Soda. What an absolute tour de force of a night they have been having. Ho-ho, and there we go. Vancouver out on initial. We've got 5 seconds left on the clock. And that is all she wrote, friends. Thank you so much. What a game. You can come on down trackside to get your complimentary sweaty high fives, a very fun part of Derby culture. But goodness gracious, that was a hard-hitting bout. While the teams have their huddles, we at the announcer table are also going to have our huddle. While we do that, go buy some 50-50 tickets. We'll be right back. I think Dar. Suze was making a lot of really good individual blocks. Dar was doing a good job of putting people in the right place. Okay. So, MVP Jammer, we're thinking Soda, right? Sweet. Sorry? Yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you. These ones.
Those are for the Eves, and those are for GVRDA, and
What about
those are
these?
those are for GVRDA.